Good morning, everyone. Happy President's Day. I'm going to be playing a ACBL Speedball with my good friend Lily Justman, and this will be 12 boards, 1 hour, IMPs, and because this is a live game, I'm not going to be talking as much, but I still will walk you through some of my thought-making process as much as I can, especially if I'm dummy. Also, this is not a best hand tournament, so I'm going to likely have some boring hands, so that will be maybe a chance for me to talk a little bit more. So we'll give this a shot. This is the first one I've done for these, so if you want to see more kind of live bridge action, let me know. It's easier to pause with the robots because the robots will let you think for a week if you want to, and you can play quickly and really take your time to explain. These are a little bit different. We play upside down count and attitude, I believe. Nothing too fancy, just 2/1. Mostly basic stuff. Okay, 13, 16, 18, 19. Looks like a 19 count. Open a diamond. Now I am strong enough to jump shift into 2 spades. All right, so my West hand opponent showing 5-5 in the majors. Let's see. I'm going to double this. Trying to get my point strength across. Partner likely has 2 spades. We should play unusual over unusual here, so 2 hearts by her would be clubs, 2 spades would be a cubed for diamonds. All right. So here we are playing 2 spades doubled. I'm going to lead the ace of clubs. Is 6 a low card or not? Or is there any urgency to take the club? I am going to just take the club here. And exit a heart. All right, so partner looks like they have some decent hearts over there. Oh, now I want to exit. Let's see. Exit a diamond, I guess. So did not want that, but it is what it is. All right, so I can win my 4. I'm going to take another spade here. And I'm just going to play my last spade. Partner might be able to get one more with a heart. So we started with 5 spades, dummy had 5. This should be North's last spade. So they'll be stuck in dummy. Perfect. Right. Well, can't do much better than 800. I would pass here. Not sure what her double was. Seems reasonable. Just gonna pass. All right, so South's playing 2 diamonds. Play high. Nothing's too scary. Spades are locked up. I want to be able to carefully get a count maybe on hearts. Pitch a low spade. All right, so declare started with 5 diamonds, 3 spades. Last one was the 6 of clubs. And 4. So I'm gonna rise here. Take my spades. So now I should be able to play a club. Yep. All right. We make slam on 1. That's what I was kind of worried about. Whenever they found it, we can look after. Okay. Yeah, they didn't bid Michaels. All right, partner bids 4 hearts. Double. I have nothing else to do. So if you don't bid Michaels on board 1, you just bid a spade. Partner is a very easy 2-heart bid, which really starts to get you interested in slam, because you have a 19 count. You know, partner has at least 10. Now you're cooking. And you have spades well stopped. 5 clubs. Five hearts is not really in the picture for me here with a 4 triple 3. I don't think. Red, no. Okay, that looks like a singleton lead most likely. But I'm not gonna get in, so it doesn't really matter. So if it is a singleton, that means declare has 4 diamonds, 5 clubs, and partner has 8 hearts, so they have 2 hearts. So 5, 4, 2, 2. I guess I have to play this. I'll be finessed out of it anyway. So 5 clubs, 4 diamonds. Now they're gonna just take their diamonds in peace. Partner hand the club. Well, we're not getting another trick here. Could have roughed this actually. Very strangely played. Guess they're stuck for a bit. Man, I'd probably just leave that in. Surprised. So in 4 hearts, we're gonna lose 2 clubs, a heart, a spade, and a diamond. I thought they would have a better hand or more length in clubs for that. So my initial read was declare had 1 fewer clubs and 1 more spade. Yeah, I just would have left that double in. For what it's worth, I would have opened the loose hand 1 heart. It's too good for 4 hearts, I think. Go back, look at the tables, and I can show you the bidding for us. So this pair found 6 no after 2 hearts. East just jumped to 3 no trump, and West put you into slam with a nice 15 count. And this one, silent opponents, which makes it a lot easier. Again, no Michaels, 2 no trump, 4 clubs here, Gerber. Okay, well, I'm not gonna use that. Okay, and board 2 looks like maybe a 60%. Board 3, 50-ish%. Go back here, you can see others. 4 spades double by North down 4. Yeah, so she starts bidding one hard. It gets a little interesting because they can introduce the spade suit. Ha! Classic. Forgot we're playing imps. I don't play imps very often. Good to know. Always look at what scoring you're playing. Even though I said at the beginning I forgot. But I don't think caused too much damage. All right, this is a boring 6 count 4 triple 3. Not going to do much. Looks like their hand. So in spades, what do I want my lead to be? Likely the jack of hearts. One thing to be thinking about, it's really, really easy to just tune out. But you might as well be thinking about something, either how you're going to defeat the hand, what the count is, what the shape is. So South, I don't really know too much about their hands. North didn't open a heart, and if they would have bid one no trump there, I would know they didn't have at least 4 spades. So this auction is very descriptive. So North has definitely 5 spades at least, and definitely 4 hearts at least, which is not necessarily the case if they rebid a minor. So South is correcting back to 2 spades, likely a weakish hand with 2 spades, and is expected it goes pass. No reason for me to get involved. Has that changed my lead? Yes, most likely. I don't really want to be leading into their hearts. Partner's got a decent amount of points over there. Since there's only 2 spades in dummy, I'm going to just fire off a spade. Okay. So I would have not bid that way if I were South. That's too strong for that auction. So I actually hope they make 4 spades here. So declare as 4 heart. I mean, this looks like a pretty flattish hand across the board. If she had another spade, she would probably lead it, which I think she would. Doesn't look too inviting to lead into any of those suits in dummy. Yep. So I know now that declare has 5 spades. Partner gave the 6 of clubs, which is their lowest club. If you look at the 2, 3, 4, 5 are all visible. And sucks. I think I have to play the 10 here. Did I have to play the 10? Probably didn't have to play the 10 there. Maybe should have thought more about that. Actually, it doesn't matter. Jack's always going to fall. Okay, so Ogust didn't have 4 hearts. I think the partner has a king of clubs. It's an odd way to play that. Yeah, that play of the diamonds means my partner definitely has the king of diamonds there. All right, picked up a 14 count. Just gonna bid a club. A lot of people went down in 3. It's imp, so it's not great, but it is what it is. All right, so partner should not have a 4-card major in this situation. I'm basically kind of minimum opening, so I'll pass. All right, so it looks like 3 hearts, a spade, that's 4, 6 with clubs, 7 with diamonds. Lots of space for extra tricks here. They're likely going to go after spades as soon as possible. Let's say you go after clubs first. You could pick up the suit for no losers. And you could try the diamonds. Probably get a little bit more read on the hand. So she's going to finesse south for the for the queen. So North decided to lead a heart without an honor at the queen of clubs. So in hearts, we saw the jack of hearts first. Yeah, I wouldn't play it that way because you just missed out on your opportunity to finesse the 10 or the 9 of hearts, and you just lost your entry to dummy. So now if she plays a heart and she goes ace in south, my left-hand opponent shows either the 10 or the 9, you've lost the ability to finesse because you can't get back to dummy. So if the 10 shows up here, okay. So that 9 of hearts there was an interesting card. So maybe the 10 will fall. There's no reason for righty to play the 9 there. So just play the queen of hearts and should be able to take 2 hearts. I don't know if she was watching the spots. Can't give up a diamond because you're going to take a spade. Yep. But did have 10-9 fourth. But still, like, if they play the 9 there and you can get back to dummy, you can finesse the 10. Likely didn't lead a heart and 3-note trump with a 3-card suit. But if you're watching the spots and you don't play the ace of clubs, you should be able to finesse out of it. Yeah, a lot of other people made 3-0 there. All right. So partner bids 3 clubs red, which is weak. I have nothing to do. Okay. So I'm going to put Lily with 7 clubs. I have 2. That's 9. Dummy has 1. Don't want to play the king here. Don't really see a need. So that means declare has, wow, 4 spades, 3 clubs. It's likely their only heart. Yeah, this looks tough. All right, quickly on to the next hand, 15 count, nice 6-card spade suit. So you can see we lost a few there. She went down to the 3-0, 2 spades. Other opponents bid up to 3 spades going down 1, so it wasn't really defensive error. And then the last board is what it is. So do I want to do anything crazy here? I'll just bid a spade. And see where we go. In match points, I'd be more curious to keep bidding spades, just given their higher points. I think I have to show both suits here if I get to that situation. So left-hand opponent has 4 hearts, so that's a negative double. Partner bids 3 diamonds, which is a mixed raise with 4 spades. Wow. So I think my king of clubs is favorably located here. I might only be getting 1 spade trick, 1 diamond trick, a club. I don't like the way my king of hearts is. I'm just going to bid 4 spades. No, we have a 10-card fold at least. Well, I'm not going to make 5 spades. Do I want to double this? Looks like there's a spade void out there now. Double for 200. Just gonna double whatever. Now I have to frickin' lead. Well, I don't want to be leading out of my hand for sure. I'm just going to take a look at dummy here. All right, so I know I can lead the ace of spades now at least. That's kind of what I was looking for. And then, yeah, so partner likely has the king there. Should I be worried about? I'm just going to be patient with my king of clubs. So I know they have to rough this. So if righty plays a hard honor, should I cover? Yes, I have to. So six diamonds, 1 spade. Guess it doesn't really matter here. So they're going after the clubs. Maybe partner has the queen of hearts. I'm just gonna try that. Maybe partner has the queen of hearts. Get one more trick. Yep, don't think we're getting any more. Okay. At least we got 200, I guess. So I definitely didn't want to lead away from a king there. I didn't want to lead the ace of spades. It felt like the auction, the spades, there would be a spade void. And I didn't want to keep leading out of my hand. So actually leading a singleton ace of trump there is not the worst. Partner has bid 2 spades. I don't know. I don't remember what we play over here. I'm just going to bid a forcing bid. And at least now if she signs off in 3 spades, I know to pass. And if she bids something else, I'm just going to kick it into game. I don't really like the hand this much. Now I'm having second thoughts. I guess it's imps. Can't chicken out now. All right, so we're going to go down. At least one. We're going to lose the ace of diamonds, the ace king of spades, and the ace of clubs. Unless they get a diamond rough, we should be able to avoid this for just down 1. She had literally the worst possible hand. So with this hand, you just want to bid 3 spades. You have a horrible, horrible hand. I don't really care about a feature if you're this bad. All right, whatever. Do I want to overcall a spade here? I don't. Jack 10 high, kind of a flattish 6 count, 3 jacks. Just keep passing. Lovely. This is gross. Guess I'll just lead a heart. Maybe they make 3. Be hard for me not to invite there. And imps. His partner played the 2. Looks like maybe I got us off to a decent lead. Don't really know if I want to signal count all that. Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, they took it. Now I will cover. Don't think there's any urgency here for me to play a heart. I can just put them back in dummy here and maybe be patient. If I get in with the club, then I can take my spade and get over to partner's heart. Declare pitch the 9 of hearts. All right, so that went as expected. So partner keeps pitching hearts. He played diamonds. Well, kind of my original plan anyway. Yeah, it's surprising to me that she pitched so many hearts. Oh. So it's just like a double dummy here. They can always make 1. Yep. Yeah, I had to cover that spade. I think they gave it back to me though. So I guess if I play hearts here, it's easier for her to keep them. And then once I get in with the club, then I can just continue hearts. She can take all the hearts. Okay. I mean, it's a difference of 30 points, but I felt like I should have covered that spade when it came out. They gave me another chance, though. All right, let's see if we can salvage this. Get back to even. Let's see, 5 diamonds. We make 4 spades there, but they let them play 4 spades. I don't know really what to do there. 4 spades, down 2. That was when she just should show a minimum. And then the last one we just discussed. All right, last round, 3 more boards. All right, pick up a 12 count. Diamond, they play a strong club. Just let us know. So think about my rebid. Nothing's great here. I can't introduce the hearts. That's a reverse. I don't want to bid clubs. It's a 4-4 suit. It should promise 5-4. I don't want to bid with no trump because I have a singleton spade. What's the least of the bad options here? I'm just going to bid one no trump. I don't like it. Want to play in tempo, it's a speedball. Let's just see what we got. All right, got a heart lead. So that is 3 hearts off the top. A spade is 4, 5 in diamonds, and it looks like my extras are going to come in clubs. Spades are dangerous. So if I get 4 clubs, 5 diamonds. I'm trying to think of the safest way to play this now since I'm in imps. I'm just going to take this and play the ace of clubs. I don't mind losing a club trick because I can safely lose a club. Let's say they both follow, just knock out the king of clubs, unblock the clubs. I don't have to worry about the spades or the diamonds. Okay. Did that change anything? If I lead a low club, no, it doesn't change anything. Okay, can I take an extra trick? Potentially if I duck this. Because they have no clubs or hearts to lead. So now if I play the queen, it might win. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to play here. So now I'm just hoping for a mistake. It doesn't really matter. It's a good pitch by Wright. Has to keep that spade. Wild hand. Distribution wise, the play wasn't all that complicated. So you see if I bid clubs, might get a little hairy with the distribution there. I don't have time to look at it right now. A spade. So I have two aces, a 4-3-3 hand, but I do have a fit, at least the jack. So I'm just going to start with a cubit here. Okay. I was going to say partner bids 2 spades. I've done enough. She now knows I have a limit raiser better in spades. Be a little bit better of a hand. She just overcalled, so. And I will pass. So right off the top, you have to decide what you're going to do in diamonds. You're going to play right for the jack or the king. I hate these. So we're not going to lose any spades. We're going to lose maybe 2 hearts, 2 clubs, and a diamond. You got to get rid of 2 losers. I think in this situation, I'd probably play low and just hope that Wright started with the jack. So, okay. So now you're at least going to get rid of a club loser. So you could only lose 1 club and a heart if the ace of hearts is onside. So she's going to draw trump. 1 more. There's not really an urgency to take the ace of diamonds. You can kind of do whatever you want because you do have the ace of clubs, but looks like left thinking is good news for the ace of hearts, and it is. All right. Well done, mid game. All right, so this is good technique. Just might as well take all your spades. Maybe someone pitches accidentally one too many clubs. There you go. Now just go back to your hand and play the jack of clubs. Now I wish we were playing match points. Goodness, 6-5. This is one of those hands where you kind of want to wait for the opponents to open and then kind of come in, show a distributional hand versus kind of opening it. I think now I can just bid a spade and then just keep bidding clubs. A double's not really going to... I feel like the auction's going to get away from me. And I'm not going to be able to get 6-5 across. So I'm going to go that route. I want to bid 4 spades here. 2 defensive tricks. I'm just going to bid 4 spades. Now if they double me, do I run? Okay. Whatever. I've done my job. Now she can double and I'll leave it in. All right. Five hearts redouble, last board. Let's go. I'm just gonna bet lead a diamond. All right. Ace, that's 9 points. I can get my 2 aces most likely. Do I want to just get out of this as fast as possible? Probably. So if we continue the diamonds, they could maybe set one up. Gotta win the ace here. You get 1 pitch in the diamonds. I'm just gonna take this. Okay. We'll continue there. Well, so far so good. That's gonna get roughed. I'm guessing partner, yeah, okay, queen doubled in looks like. Nothing more to this hand. All right, 1,000 points to end it. All right, so we've gone through the first bunch of hands. If I look at this, so we talked about that. Other people just were able to play in 4 spades. These ones were pretty normal. We talked about that one. This 3-0. Other tables. Let's see if people bid. All right, it doesn't want to load. That's fine. Just curious if other people would bid. Well, no trump there. This one we got 4, and looks like so far 11.5 for the 5 hearts redoubled. So as of now, it's about 24-17. This one, just look at double dummy here. So should make 3. I mean, that's just if you play the ace, catching that, but still, there are a few different things to do here. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like taking that ace of clubs away from dummy. That's your entry. And you see here, you play a heart, as I kind of talked about, you do make it. Maybe she missed the first heart. Okay. And with 15 imps, quite the comeback. 18th out of 80. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. See you the next one.